Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, 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 Bahasham, Rakah Hakwadash. Double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone. Peace and blessing to the house of David the elect, beginning with the 144,000. It's gonna be an impromptu video. So this is something on my spirit, as of late, you know, like the apostle Rakabi saying, we got to get these videos up, But this will be an impromptu video. Something on my spirit. I was just meditating on what in the world made me go to Puerto Rico in 2009, what possessed me, for lack of better words, what possessed me or what moved me to make me want to go to Puerto Rico in 2009, which that was a lot earlier in my walk, that was around the time when I first came into truth, I really came in 2008, but the spirit had it to where I waxed in my lot, I really grew in my lot in 2009, think about the Northern Kingdom and, dealing with the Northern Kingdom, dealing with our history and how really we're the same people, But, it's crazy, the Lord has to where we don't know why we do particular things, but you think about it, a lot of years later, which ain't been a long time. I haven't been around a long time because I don't consider 16 years a long time, But, just meditating on this, like I said, it gave me a topic, what possessed me or what moved me to maybe want to go to Puerto Rico in 2009. And I was just thinking about it, the Lord puts things on our minds or within our spirits to show us that, we're the same people, as far as, the different tribes. Okay. As far as the different tribes, the Lord will put particular things on our spirits, in particular brothers that are, in the truth or coming into the truth. He'll do certain things to show you that we got to be the same people. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, man, what made me want to go and visit Ephraim, which during that time, I had me a little bag, not a whole lot of money, but I was left some money due to a relative that passed, very close relative that passed, and I was left some money, me and my brother, and we wanted to go to Puerto Rico. There's a few places we could have went to, and during that time I was studying a lot of different places and looking into history, so we could have went to Cuba, we could have went to Brazil. Let me turn around, Jake, with the music. We could have went to Cuba, Brazil, Colombia, but we wanted to go to PR, and it was more reasonable too, because during that time we didn't have passports, But basically, and we were both young, like, how old was I? I think I maybe just turned 20, or I was about to turn 20. And he was young too. I'm not gonna say his age, but my brother, see, he's still in the Chicago camp, through the mercy of the Lord, he's still with them brothers. But long story short, we both went there fairly young, fairly I'm gonna just say very inexperienced, very inexperienced, because what do you know around such a young age? But just going there and seeing Ephraim, they remind me a lot of my relatives in the States, and particularly a lot of my relatives that are Southern Kingdom. Which, just to be honest, I'm to the point, I don't say too much about it, but man, I don't know what tribe I am now. For right now, I stick with Ruben. But I mean, I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of things we're gonna find out about when how was shy comes as far as our tribes. Like we'll find out the particulars. You'll have definite answers. As to who you are and your tribe, who you were in your past lives. Like the Lord, how was shy. He's gonna give us the answer to all that, bro. You know. I have reason to believe that all our spirits have names. Your spirit has an actual name that the Heavenly Father Yahweh gave it in the very beginning. I think we're gonna have all that when Yahweh Shai come back. But just going back to the point I was speaking on, as far as what tribe I am, I don't know. But I know we'll find all that out when the Lord come back. But either way, me going to Puerto Rico with my brother in 2009 and seeing Ephraim, because we mainly was going over there just to see Ephraim in person, and also learn more about the history as to what happened during the Spanish conquest. You have the conquistadors. You look into the history, you read about how they came to the island of Puerto Rico and how they came to the other islands as well. Actually, Cristobal Colon, whom you call Christopher Columbus, him and his men, they didn't actually land in North America. They really landed in the islands. The Bahamas, Dominican Republic, Cuba, and Puerto Rico. But just going over there and seeing Ephraim face to face, it did something to my spirit. But I was just meditating, like, man, what made me want to do that? Because the Lord could have had to where He made me go somewhere else, or had us go somewhere else. But we went there instead. Once again, we could have went to Cuba or Brazil, which Cuba, that would be a dope place to go to. I mean, I would love to go there. As of right now, I'm pretty much sitting back as far as traveling goes. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm content as far as the places the Lord allowed me to go to. I'm content, because you have some Jake, they've never been out the country. You got some Jake, they've never been out their city, man. You know what I'm saying? They really go to state. You got a lot of our people, they're what you would call local jokers. Meaning they only deal with what's around them locally. They're not too fond of traveling like that. So, a lot of time we got to meditate on the blessings that the Lord, gives us. So right now I'm content the places that the Lord allowed me to go to. But, meditating on PR, Puerto Rico, I think it was a blessing. Hindsight, looking back, that was an immense blessing upon, first coming into the truth. And the Lord showing me my job in the truth, speaking on the other tribes, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the Lord, He started me off like, boom, start you off with Ephraim, But seeing Ephraim in person, it was beautiful. And like I said, it reminded me of seeing some of my relatives here in the States, which Ephraim every damn word. Ephraim is in the States too. But I'm just saying, seeing Ephraim in person there reminded me of how I see my relatives down south, because I'm from down south, so seeing Ephraim over there, it was cool. And a lot of them, they're just as dark as me, or probably darker. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are lighter, but a lot of them are dark too. And they just like Judah, man. Like they damn near, they damn near identical. Like I said, seeing them, they remind me of my cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like they look like some of my cousins, man. But real cool, real laid back. The Lord had it to where there was a peaceful pilgrimage. Ephraim was cool, man. Which actually, me going and making that trip, I ended up doing too much. That's how I ended up making a vow I had made that I wasn't gonna drink anymore. Like that's really how it started. Me going to Puerto Rico in 2009. But I believe ultimately it was of the Spirit that allowed us to go. Because right now I'm not able to really travel like that at all. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't have a big desire to. more so now, I just hope the Lord deliver us, you know. So like I said, my trips as far as the past, I'm very grateful to have done them, you know. You know what I'm saying? The Lord teaches us to be a lot more grateful, man. Hey, well, bro, you speaking on Dan. Dan isn't a tribe no more, bro. Hey, the Lord, he amalgamated Dan among the other tribes. You know, you read Revelation chapter 7, the tribe of Dan is not mentioned, you know, because as of right now, Dan isn't a tribe, you know. The Lord pretty much dispersed Dan among all the tribes, you know. We'll find out definitely what happens to the tribe of Dan when the Lord comes back. See, when the Lord comes back, we're going to know every single thing in detail. Right now, we have everything we need to know to be delivered. You know what I'm saying? You know? Right now, we have everything we need to know to be delivered. So as far as the tribe of Dan, they don't exist as a tribe anymore. You know, but the people that was in that tribe, you know, the spirits of those people, they're still around. So they would have to be in the other tribes, you know? Yeah, man, you know? But you look at the tribes, you look at the different tribes, all the tribes are beautiful, man. And the thing is, the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is unifying the tribes, beginning with this knowledge, this truth. Because when Yahweh Shai comes back, we're going to be a united monarchy again. You know, we're going to be a united kingdom again under Yahweh Shai. Because we was a united kingdom under King Solomon. And King Solomon, that was Yahweh Shai, you know. So the Lord, he's making us a united kingdom again, you know. But you think about that right now, you look at the tribes, they're all separated. They live in different regions. But the Lord is going to link us up all again. But you know, when you get among the other tribes, the reason why I'm speaking on Ephraim and PR, when you get among some of the tribes, you see that we're not, you know, too far different, man. Like I said, being among Ephraim, they reminded me of some of my cousins, man. You know? Which, like I said, as I mentioned, I'm from, you know, the South. I'm from Mississippi. But see, when you go to PR, when you go to Puerto Rico, it has a country type atmosphere to it. And maybe because, you know, it's on an island, you know, it's an island, you know. So it has a vibe to it as if you like down south or somewhere. You know, when you go to any of these islands, really, because I had the same vibe. I got the same vibe when you know, some of us brothers in Mississippi had went to the Dominican Republic, you know. Like I said, I'm immensely grateful for the trips that I was blessed to make, you know, in the past, you know. In particular, seeing the northern tribes, you know. Me and the elder brother Bun Yum Yun, me and Bun Yum Yun down in Mississippi, we were blessed to go to Mexico, you know. So we saw Issachar. Now you see Issachar in the States, but it's a different vibe when you see Issachar in person, you know. So me and the elder brother, we saw Issachar, you know what I'm saying. And like I said, you know, some of us brothers, we had went to DR, you know, Dominican Republic. You know, we saw Simeon, the tribe of Simeon. We saw Levi. And it's a different spirit when you see them in where the Lord placed them, you know, for right now. You seeing them outside America. It's a total different atmosphere, man. You know? And also, you know, I was blessed to go to Guatemala. That's why I really, at this point, I really just gotta work on my Spanish. That's a part of one of my goals in this truth, to work on Spanish, because the Lord did bless me to go to different Spanish-speaking countries, you know? You know what I'm saying? So it got to be something to it, you know. Lord willing, I'm growing in what the Lord wants me to do as far as speaking about the northern tribes, and that's why I think beginning with Ephraim, the Lord allowed me to go to PR in 2009. You know. And being amongst Ephraim, once again, you could tell they're definitely other tribes, man. Damn what a nigga talking about, cause y'all don't know what y'all talking about if y'all saying that they not our people, man. You know, and being in all these other places where the tribes are. Once again, being in DR, you see in Simeon, they are the tribes. Matter of fact, going back to when me and my brother went to when we went to PR, I about to say DR, you know, but you know what? DR ain't too different from PR, cause you got Simeon, they live on the island of Puerto Rico, man. You know, and a lot of time you won't be able to tell in some cases that that's a Simeonite unless they tell you that they Dominican, you know. And all the tribes, they got a they got a certain thing about them, you know, that lets you know that they are the tribes. You know, I mean, to put it bluntly, and there's other ways we can say this, you know, but all the tribes, they got a certain cool to them, and they all talk shit, you know. I mean, for lack of better words, bro. I mean, you know, I'm not here sounding very educated right now, but to be honest, that's how you know that they the tribes, cause they not too different from Judah, man. You know, they got a certain thing about them, you know, a certain spirit about them. They laid back, but they like to talk about your ass, you know, but they cool, you know what I'm saying? Cause the same vibe that I got in PR, you know, same vibe I got in Puerto Rico, the same vibe I got in Mexico when I went down there with the Elder Bunyumyun, and same vibe I got in Dominican Republic when me and some of the brothers down here in Mississippi went to Dominican Republic, man. You see, all the tribes are really the same. The only thing that separates us is our land masses, you know, where we located at, and also the language barrier. You know, the tribes speak different languages, man. But other than that, we're the exact same, damn near. It's just it's certain tribal differences that the Lord set up, you know, because pursuant to the scriptures, you know, when you read Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter, and Genesis, the 49th chapter, it gives you the spirits of the different tribes. You know, there's different tribal characteristics and spiritual traits that you notice. You know, and let's say even if we all spoke the same language, right? If you were a different tribe, you would still say that language differently. I want to say that's in the book of Judges, how they was able to identify the tribe of Ephraim was how they, you know, the way that they pronounced the Hebrew. You know, they spoke the Hebrew a little differently. So even if we all spoke the exact same language, we would still say it differently because the tribes are still different tribes, you know. But you know, I pray this making sense. You know, it's an impromptu video. You know, I believe, you know, the reason why the Lord had me go to PR, go to Puerto Rico in 2009, because, you know, the Lord was showing me how all the tribes are really the same, and Ephraim are not too different from Judah, man. You know, they're not too different. You know, it's all spiritual, man. Oh, and before I went, really, I was motivated to want to go because one of my first jobs, actually my first main job I got when I first came to the truth, you know, I was basically like unto a caretaker in a way. You know, I worked at a senior citizen home, you know, pretty much caring for the elderly, you know, and setting up different activities for them and stuff like that. Like, that was my first job I had coming to the truth. And I was pretty much caring for Ephraimites mother. You know, when I was living in Illinois, I was caring for his mother. And it was spiritual, though. Like, she was like a mother to me in a way. Like, the way she would treat me, like, she would talk to me like I was her son. You know, the Ephraimite woman named Anna. But pretty much, you know, her son was real cool, and her daughter was real cool, and they both was pretty much motivating me to want to go, you know, to maybe want to go to Puerto Rico, cause they saw I had a spirit on me, like I was like interested in you know, being around you know, different tribes. I mean, they didn't know we was Israelites, to my knowledge now, you know. But they saw, like, man, like, hey, this a cool dude, man. Like, we should tell him about Puerto Rico. So that's really what prompted me to want to go. But anytime if I would say something to make it seem like it's a difference between the so-called Black Americans and the people that live in Puerto Rico, anytime like I came off like that, because you got to keep in mind, I'm newly coming to the truth too. So like really all this is like a culture shock to me, you know. I mean, I'm still in the truth in this at this point, but I'm still ignorant concerning the different tribes. But anytime like I would like say something that came off like I was saying there's a difference between the Black Americans and the people of Puerto Rico, the Ephraimite woman's son will remind me, nah, we more the same people than you think. Like, you know, he wouldn't be mad about it, or like, you know, he wouldn't have an attitude, but he would just say to me very sternly, he would be very serious. We more of the same people than you think. Anytime I'll be like, what would I say? I'd be like, you know, I would say like, I would say like me or y'all, but he would be like us. Like he would keep saying us. Like it'd be a spirit on him to like unite us, you know? That we the exact same people. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is like earlier in my walk, you know, coming to the truth. I came in 08, but really I started knowing more of what I was involved in 2009. You know? I was going out teaching by myself in 2008, but I ain't know much, you know? I mean, looking back, I had a zeal on me. I was like, man, because, you know, I was young. I was going out there by myself, but I didn't really know more of what I was involved in until 2009. You know, that's when I really knew more of what I was involved in. You see? But yeah, the Ephraimite man, you know, Anna's son, she would keep, she knew we were the same people, and also her son and her daughter, they both knew we the exact same people, you know? But like it tells us in Isaiah, what's that? The 11th chapter, you know? It tells us in Isaiah 11 that the Lord is going to settle the differences between the tribes, man. You know? Now, if the Lord was doing that, like he was showing, if the Lord was showing an inkling of that back in 2008, 2009, brothers came in at different times, you know, because the apostles got on YouTube in 2007, which they were doing the work before '07, but they was uploading videos on YouTube in 2007. But if the Lord was showing us a glimpse of how he was uniting the tribes back then, how much more now, you know? Which shows you that we're so much closer to getting up out of here, man. You know? And I'm gonna just get this one scripture. That's all we need. You know? So this is technically a one hit, you know? This is by GMS in his likeness. The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Right? The Lord's going to settle those different differences. The Lord's going to settle those differences between the tribes, you know? Once again, he's making us a united kingdom again, you know? Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. And see, I was seeing some of that going back to that Ephraimite woman's son, you know? Anytime I'd be like, me or anytime I would like isolate myself in a way, he would be like us. He would keep saying us, you know? That we're the exact same people, and we are. There's different tribes within Israel, but really it's one family, you know? It's a family, you see? The tribes are different families that make up one family, okay? So yeah, man, I pray this is edifying, you know, for what it was, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what boosted me to do this video just now, but I'll listen to one of Michael Jackson's older songs before I started this video, you know. But yeah, hey, going back to what's that? In 2009, 'cause I know that's when Michael Jackson passed. But I know he had that This Is It tour. You know what I'm saying? You know? But it was just a lot of things happening in that year that boosted me to want to make that trip, you know? Which a lot of these different musicians, these musicians at the end of the day, they're just entertainers, you know? They're just entertainers, but a lot of different things happen in the spirit, you know? 'Cause I remember the apostles, they were speaking on Michael Jackson before he passed, you know? There was a lot of different things happening in America during that time, but I just remember he had that This Is It tour, you know? But the Lord, took Mike out, you know what I'm saying? You know? And that happened basically like around my birthday, you know? But hey, me and my brother, we was like, we're gonna go to PR, and we wanted to, get the elder brother Zahab down here in Mississippi to go. At the time, he couldn't go, But like I said, looking back, I'm very grateful the Lord blessed me to go, because now I see even more so that all the tribes are the same. We the same people, man. And now, we in 2024, you see more of the tribes waking up. All right. You seeing more of the tribes everywhere waking up, man. Waking up to this truth. Because we going home, We approaching the time of Yahweh Shah coming back, man. Okay, so with that, I pray this edifying, Lord willing. I want to give all praise to our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honor to all the apostles and all the bishops, great millstones, still well. Peace and blessing to the house of David the elect. Shalom.